Hello, I'm Stephen Way from Scout Content, and I'm going to talk to you about some free tools that are available to make your social media catch the eye. Social media stories are a great way of attracting attention and keeping people informed, publicising events, and there's some tools out there that can really make things work well for you. So this presentation will show you some tools to help the least artistic social media manager or person develop great graphics. So, social media stories are a great way to pause the thumb from swiping, to let your audience know what is happening, to advertise events and achievements, to grow scouting. And all of that's great, but do you need a graphic designer for it? Well, let's have a look. There are a number of free tools, so let's have a quick look at them. These are tools that are free or freemium, so you can do basic things for free, but if you want to do special things you need to pay for a license or get one from somewhere, and we'll talk a little bit about that. So in the available software there is Canva, which is a powerful template based graphics solution, Adobe Spark, which is part of the Adobe family and is as full functioned as you would imagine from Adobe. Then there's Pablo by Buffer. Now Pablo is quite good for custom images and playing around with those. There's Designer, which is for mobile devices but to do design, and you need some design skills to make that work. Snapper is a fast free text design tool, so you can use it to do clever things with text. And Graphic Designer is a really advanced social media graphic design which is available on all platforms and is open source and is completely free, but is quite complex to use. So let's look at the top two of these, and we'll start with Adobe Spark, and this is looking at it on the laptop. So this is the home page, and you go into Spark, and in Spark, as you can see, you can do a number of things. So let's make an Instagram story. You can also, because I've got an Adobe license, I've added Scout branding so that it's all there, so you've got everything you need. I've used the Scout brand guidelines to make sure I've got the right colors and types, fonts and logos and so on. So that's all there. There are the colours with all the right codes, so you can get them right. So if you're doing any Scout promotion, you should be on top of the branding. And here is the Scout branding I've added in. So let's go and do a quick story about something we want to promote. So we'll go in. Spark gives you a little homily, but you can then go and find a template. So I'm just looking around, we've got a number of templates. Which one looks good? Okay, so this one here, well, there's a lot of templates, but having had a look around, I think we'll go back to the one. And you don't need to worry whether they're precisely about what you want to do. They're a starting point. So let's pick up this sale one. Now we're not doing a sale, we're doing something else, but this has been set up as a promotion, so it gives us the base tools we want. So let's get rid of some of the text, and click on it and use the tools. As you can see here, you can edit, delete or copy up at the top. So we're going to apply the Scout branding, and it just brandifies the whole thing. and but before we do that, let's just change the sale to the event we want to publicise, which is rafting. So do that. Let's change this word here and encourage people to sign up for our rafting trip. There we go. Now we're going to put that down there, so we can drag that around. Now hit the brandify, having removed the background, and let's remove the person in midair, or we'll just go, and you can find free photos, or you can which is where this has come from, or you can upload photos. So we're going to add a photo of something more suitable for rafting. So let's go down and check out my photos and my pictures. Now I've got a lot of pictures here. It helps to know what you've got in the way of pictures. Got pictures from Charnwood, but actually if I look around here, I think the picture I want is down here somewhere. So now I happen to know which one it is, but of course you could change the view so you can see the pictures. In fact, let's just do that rather. So pick the photo. And there we go. So in there is the photo I've uploaded. Now I need to change the size of that. And I've got sliders here that will allow me to do that. And I can change the text so it fits, and then in the text I can go into the colours and hit the brandify, and it's changed the fonts to the right fonts, it's put in a Scout logo, and it allows me to use the correct colours for the text, which is all quite handy. And then we have a little story for advertising our rafting trip, and we can save it as a PNG or a JPEG so we can use it, and then we save it to our disk and upload it. So that's that. So using mobile, and both Spark and Canva, as you can see, are available on mobile, it's very similar. So here you go. The layout's slightly different, but you can find the bit you want. You can go in, you can change it, brandify it if you've got access to the branding. You can put text on it, play around with the text, have a bit of animation. So I've there we go, I've animated it, and then brandify it so you get all the things you need, the Scout logo and so on, all ready for a story. You can share the post as a video animation, so it saves it as a video, so you get all the animation, send it to Instagram, and away you go. And that's straight off of your mobile. You can access all your stored stories on using the mobile app. So if you've created something on your laptop, which is very complicated, that's fine. You can just go in and post it from your mobile, or you could airdrop it or email it to yourself or whatever. So that's Spark on the mobile. Let's have a look at Canva. You'll see Canva is very similar. It does the same sort of thing, and Canva comes in a number of flavors. The free and I have to say the free versions don't allow you to load the branding, but Canva you can apply for a charity license if you're a registered charity, and most Scout groups are. So as a registered charity you can register an address, and it has to be an address for the charity, so it'd be a Scout group address, email address, and then you can get a free pro license like that. I don't have that, I paid for it, but it's not wildly expensive. So and it's a very good tool. So we'll have a look at how Canva works. And Canva works in a very similar way. You've got lots of templates. First we'll look at the brand kit, which has been loaded in the same way as it was in Spark. All the elements were loaded straight out of the brand guidelines. So as I say, you must remember to use the brand guidelines if you're posting scouting stories. So that gives me a brand kit. So I go back home and then say, what do I want to do? Do I want to do animated social media, an Instagram story? So let's do like for like and do an Instagram story. So here we have the Instagram stories templates, and we can run through them, find something that looks vaguely like what we want to do, and it's pretty much the same as it is in Spark. You can find something that's roughly like what you want to do, and then use that as a basis to generate something else. So there are various Instagram stories here. There are ones which have got edited bits. You can apply all the pages. So this one you could have all 8 pages and then just change all the pictures and the text. So you've got an 8-page story ready to go. There's a lot of templates. So let's find a template that will suit us. And we've got, or we can just go with something that's blank. So here's a blank story ready to go. Here are a load of pictures. Let's upload an image. And here we go again, very much the same as Spark. Canva lets you upload images. This time I've gone into my photos, which allowed me to scroll through my photo library, which is quite large, I have to say, but there you go. And eventually I will find a suitable picture which I can use, and I think I saw some canoeing ones there, so let's see if we can find those and grab one of those. That one will do. So then we drag it into the picture, as long as I remember to drop it in the right place. There we go. Then expand it out. Now, thanks to the 8th Muswell Hill for their picture, but let's just move it so we haven't got them in the haven't got their tag in there. And then we have a couple of guys in canoes. So we've got our base picture for our story. Let's add some text to it, and in Canva there are special text over there which you can add and then change what it says, or you can just add a heading, which is what we've done. As you can see, it's Nanito Sands. We're going to change the colour so you can see it and have it as white. We've changed it to say take to the water because we're promoting a canoeing event. We're going to make it bigger. There we go, and then we're going to move it up so you can see it. Let's put it up at the top. There we go. As you can see, grid lines appear so you know where you're putting the image and where you're putting the text, so it works for you. So you get the idea. We can add more. So we're just adding a add a subheading, type in some text. We'll change it to white. Change the font size so we can see it. Which is 72. We're advertising our canoeing weekend. We're going to drop that down to the bottom. So there we go. And let's tweak it round to make it a bit more interesting. And there's a quite simple social media story. Let's put a logo on it. And we'll drop the logo down into the corner in a second when I haven't completely destroyed what I'm doing. There we go. So we can go back and fix this properly. There we go. And then let's drop that down to that sort of size. Job done. So then we can duplicate this or just add a new page. There's a duplicate button at the top, or we can go through the whole thing again, or cut and paste. And there's a number of ways of doing this. So I'm sure you're getting the general idea. Let's move ourselves forward a little. That's page 2. And you can do things, you can add various cartoon things if you want. Let's have a couple of fish. Which are there under a free license. So there's the fish. Let's drop those in there. And so on. As you can see, we build up the story, do interesting things with it. And eventually we can add another page with various fill on it. But you get the idea. It's very similar to Canva, to Spark. Go into our folders, add all the bits and pieces, and we can then add some, if we want, we can add some animation, and we can animate the text so it jumps around, and then eventually we can download the whole lot, all 3 pages, as videos, and all ready to upload. So as I say, very similar. You get the general idea. The Canva, again, the Canva mobile app is very similar. We'll go into Canva. And there you can see all my designs. I can go into the one I created. Here's one I created earlier for county social media. And you can download them from your designs. You can create a design in the same way, all on your mobile. Very similar things. And Canva also saves your designs. So here I've grabbed a little bit of animated advertising story. I'll go through, change things, add some sound, or possibly take it away. do all that kind of thing. So having changed all the elements, I've still got the whistling ukulele in there, but you can see there's a frame which I can add around the canoes to give a little bit more visual interest. Little bit of text. You can put shapes forward and back to move things around so you get it looking how you want. And then you can go into your logos, drop a logo down to the bottom, slide it down, and there you go. And then you've got a little animated story which you can save as a video and send to your mobile. So there's two good free tools that you can use for social media to make your social media work and make it look really good. So have a go with the free versions. They're at spark.adobe.com and Canva, www.canva.com. If you get more involved, you may want to explore the different licensing models, but the free versions will allow you to do various things. The only drawback is that they don't give you the branding option, so you have to keep uploading the bits and pieces of the brand. They will store what you've uploaded, so if you upload logos, they'll be there. You can't just in Spark, for instance, hit the brandify and get the whole branding in one go, but you soon get the hang of doing it manually. So post your stories using these tools on social media. Follow Scout Content on Insta and Scout Content ASU on Twitter, and then we'll see what you've done and we'll repost the best. So I hope that's been of some use. I'm, as I say, Stephen Waif of the Scout Content National Scout Active Support Unit. So thank you for listening, and I hope